Grand Rising. Good morning. Good night to the strippers and all that. What's up to y'all? It's the Hood Mystic representing www.hoodmystic.com with another daily energy reading for what's today? October 22nd, 2018. Gonna start these a little bit earlier, so if you want to catch these live, you gotta set your alarm clock with me. I'm up at 5 every morning from here on out. So generally we'll be going live in between 5:30 and 6 a.m. Eastern time every day. So if you want to catch this live, be sure to wake up. So literally, figuratively, all that, wake up. And so my throat is a little scratchy this morning for some reason. As soon as I went live, my throat got a little scratchy. I don't know what that's about, but let's try to get it through this with as less coughing as possible. So yeah, Transfiguration. We have a book of the day. We also have a little video clip, probably about a minute and a half long, explaining this energy. And I really took this from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Had some time to watch that this weekend with my wife, and very good movie. I pulled a lot from it. The main part that I pulled from it was from the wife. I don't know if you've seen the movie or not, but the protagonist, the older male in the movie, Hank Pym, the whole plot of the movie is for him to find his wife deep into the quantum realm. And so they got Ant-Man to go deep inside the quantum realm, and everybody took their turns, and finally Hank Pym, he went deep into the quantum realm to find his wife. Indeed, for sure, he went into the quantum realm to find his wife, and this is where the scene starts off at. So from there we'll just deal with the astrology, but first I just want us to look at this scene for about a minute and a half real quick.
It took so long. No. You're here now. Let's go home. I thought I was gone. But that energy from your hands, how did you do that?
I'm not the same woman I was 30 years ago, Henry. This place, it changes you. Adaptation is part of it, but some of it is evolution.
Lab coordinates not found. Do not ascend.
I should probably tell you what we're dealing with up there.
And so yeah, peace. So yeah, I really want us to key on those last couple words that old girl was saying when she was like, part of it is adaptation and another part of it is evolution. And what really I took from that is like the stuff that we're studying, this occult information, this astrology, this magic, this mysticism, this divination, whatever you want to call it, however you want to do it, is really a part of evolution. Is really a part of an imbuement of psychic energy within our regular human mundane activities. And if we're strong enough to deal with the quantum realm, if we're strong enough to deal with our meditation, if we're strong enough to deal with our practice, then inevitably we're dealing with the level of evolution, as opposed to the billions of souls down on this earth who are strictly focused on the physical, strictly focused on the mundane, Even your most spiritual people, you know, they'll speak the spirituality just to get them a new car. And then once you got the new car, you know, all of this information is thrown out the window. And so ultimately, astrologically, I want us to take a look at the moon beginning its transit in Aries. Like exactly as I was going on to this live, the moon was at 1 degrees Aries, you know. And the moon will be in Aries all of today, all of tomorrow, and you know, a large part of, well, you know, 12 hours of Wednesday. So, you know, roughly say 60 hours in the sign of Aries. And to me, that shows up as a window to kind of initiate some stuff as Mercury is still direct. And, you know, we have about like a good 3 weeks before Mercury retrograde and things of that nature, and really moving forward and the things that you really are energetically aligned with, the things that you really want to manifest today. Really initiate some stuff, really be the one that's out there on the cusp with your ideas, with your visions, with your goals, because this is the time, you know. Maybe you didn't know this. Maybe you was in a space where you're waiting for something to happen to you. You're waiting for somebody to come knock on your door. Today is really talking about you being the one that knocks, you being the one that walks, you be the one that talks, you be the one that sets up that initiation, and you know, giving people something that they can feel today. And really, you know, it comes really from you, your inner assurance, your work that you've been doing. So like in the movie, if you've been dealing with the quantum world, if you've been dealing with a particular level of your meditation, if you've been dealing with the level of your divinatory, then your divinity rather, should show up. Like you should see it, you should feel it, even if you're at work, even if you're doing mundane activities. That does not limit the spirit from shining through, from permeating through, from really getting to the core of your being, and really see what you can do. Like, you know, see if you can get something to shake. Mercury is sitting sextile to Pluto today and giving us really the vibration for the title of this video, Transfiguration. Now, transfiguration is a complete change of form of appearance into a more beautiful or spiritual state. Now, this is available for us. You know, it's actually been already happening. It's actually already been taking place. What we actually could do today is deal with the level of looking in the mirror. Deal with a level of looking at how far we've come and like look how much we've changed, you know, spiritually, and then embodying that and bringing it to light. This is evolution. This is how we evolve as a species, by bringing forth this spiritual, this energetic, this unseen world to the seen world. Very simple stuff. As melanated beings, we naturally do this when we start to dance, when we make a song, when we do some art, you know. And melanated is a whole range of beings that exist, that all we have to do is initiate and create those particular modalities today. Today is the moon day. The moon is in Aries, so it's time to get some stuff cracking and really initiate that fundamental change, that spiritual change, and really, you know, it's real, you know, and act like it's real, treat it like it's real, and it'll give you that same energy back. The cards of the day are as follows. The first card we get is the 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups is really speaking to a level of completion, a level of satisfaction. Like, and if you aren't satisfied, what is it going to take for you to be satisfied? If you can't figure out, like, you know, a lot of times people find themselves in a particular morass, a particular cycle of just wanting something, of needing something and not having it, and keeping themselves in that space. Well, today, try to just be satisfied with what you got, you know, just like that. You know, you may not have a great big old Cadillac, You know, but just be thankful. And that's really what today is about. And really look at life for how it stands and what it is. You know, the Prince of Dis and the Queen of Swords really work together with this energy for today. The Prince of Dis being more or less that energetic, physical, material reality. The Queen of Swords being that detached, observed self. And really, that's divinity in a nutshell. Like, in this space of observation, in this space of attainment, we're able to look at ourselves from a detached view, from a detached viewpoint. We are really able to focus and hone in who we are spiritually and really bring that to light. Now, if you are simply in a space where you're just like, I was wrong, they were wrong, life is wrong, the earth is wrong, everything is wrong. If I'm not working, I'm sad. If I'm working, I'm sad. If I'm in a relationship, I'm sad. If I'm not in a relationship, I'm sad. You're completely subjective, and there is no solution to subjectivity. The only solution is, you know, raising yourself up above a cloud and really looking down on life, you know, for what it is, understanding its cycles, understanding the things that your personal responsibility. And so that moves us to our next card, the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups and the Seven of Dis, they really work together today, because there is a personal responsibility that you had in making this decision. Or if you find yourself disappointed, if you find yourself in a bad place, then it was your responsibility to get you into that place and really making that change. Like today, you can, the moon being Aries, you got to really make those positive changes to get to the shit that you want to get to. There's really no way around it. Like, you can sit today and feel bad, and you can sit today and feel a certain type of way that things ain't working out in your favor, blah, 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 etc., etc., etc. Or you can understand that the moon is entered into a new cycle. The moon is in Aries. It's very much time for you to initiate the things that you want in your life. And from this space, from this place, you're able to really take advantage of this window, and really tapping into your Billy D. Williams energy, you feel me, and really being the Hermit. And the Hermit just represents a level of emotional maturity. And emotional maturity is so important in 2018, where people is watching, you know, Black Ink and Love and Hip Hop, and, you know, this is what moves them. You know, it's like reality, but it's like scripted reality. And I don't know, like, whatever thing is going on that's popping in the news or on TV or at the movies, or this great thing that's happening, it's going to take a level of emotional maturity to be like, I don't give a about what's going on out in the world. It's some shit going on within me that I need to cultivate, discover, and deliver to, you know, society, to the world, because within me is a level of greatness that I have to bring to surface. And I really want people to check out that full moon video if you haven't checked it out, and really understand what I'm talking about. A lot of what I'm going to be doing this week, especially Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, is going to be build up to the full moon. And past that, I'll have a, you know, build with the Sister Queen radio as well. So, you know, really taking this full moon energy seriously, really building ourselves up and understanding the power of transfiguration. Now, the majority of people, this shit is not real. This shit doesn't matter. I'm just talking some random humbo bumbo jumbo type shit. And, you know, my response to that is, you know, say it to my face. And my other response to that is that, you know, the world is changing. Energy is real, and we can cultivate and build our energy. And this is just what it is. Now, if we don't take our energy seriously, if we're waiting for some shit to be on the news or TV or the newspaper or in a book or somewhere outside of ourselves to give us some sort of, you know, validation, you'll wait forever. You validate yourself. here and now in this moment. What you are, who you are, is completely up to you. And that's scary and amazing at the same point, because this spirituality is some real ass shit. Like, it's so real that you need to, you know, investigate your energy for a second if you having troubles. The book of the day. Now, I say, y'all know me, I be always talking about, this is my favorite book, that's my favorite book, oh, I love this book. But this one right here is no doubt my favorite book, like, period. Like, I've been reading chapter 13 of this book all summer, over and over again, really getting it, really understanding it. This book is so fucking good, dog. Oh, I love it. The revolution of St. John, the revelation of St. John, the path to soul initiation, understanding the true meaning of the apocalypse. Now, some context for this book. If you want to understand the New Testament is broken up into sections. The first 4 books are the Gospels, and then from there are the letters that Paul wrote to the different churches throughout the, you know, the Christian diaspora. The last book in the New Testament is the Revelation. And so all 3 sections of these books come from different point, spaces, and times, and have been compiled. Revelation is simply a psychological, metaphysical book used to raise yourself up to the next level. It could be interpreted and read as a world book, but in order for Revelation to be valid, we all would literally have to be reading it at the same time, experiencing the same things, and that's just not real. Understanding the world, understanding life, like, you are in control, and to understand how you're in control, I think a good thing to do is to get this book. The clip that I had kind of taken out was kind of really like something that I was reading over all weekend. And then I ended up, as I was thinking about it, I was like, this reminds me of like the Queen of Swords tarot card. That's why I highlighted, and where it was like, this is what I saw, a white cloud, and sitting on the cloud was one like the son of a man, with the crown of gold on his head and the sharp sickle of swift judgment in his hands. All I did was switch his for hers and, you know, kind of use my imagination. And what he does in this book, he takes the regular like Bible script, and then right next to it, like exactly right next to it, he has the psychological breakdown of what is actually being said. And then below it, he has the actual footnotes. So if ever you like, well, where did he come up with that shit? He has the literal footnotes to explain his train of thought. So if you want to understand me personally, like, I really want to get where he be coming from with his ways of thinking. Well, just get this book and you'll have a full understanding of me personally. Cause like, I bought this book probably about a year ago, and I literally haven't put it down. Like, I carry it with me to the bathroom, outside of the bathroom. Like, I read it before I go to bed, before I wake up, you know, just like one of those things. Like, this book is really good for you getting in tune with your soul, and more or less changing you from a soul level. You want to change yourself from a soul level, because even if you lose weight, even if, you know, all of this good stuff starts to happen for you, if your soul isn't altered, if your soul isn't changed, if you haven't been fully initiated into the mystery of you, you don't know shit. You can read every fucking book that is known to man, but that book is not talking about like nothing that has anything to do with nothing until you find yourself. And so this is what transfiguration means to me. You know, it don't mean that I got, you know, clouds farting out of my butt or nothing like that, or I grew some angel wings. It's just really like I've really changed at a fundamental level, from a love standpoint, from a soul standpoint, from a deep level. And I can't say that I would have understood any of the shit that I'm talking about without this book. I got this book is like on deck for real. But yeah, that was the daily energy reading for the day. Like I said, definitely gonna be up earlier doing these daily energy readings. So if you want to catch them live, make sure you're up between 5:30 and 6, and make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notifications bell. But beyond hitting the notifications bell, if it's like sometimes, occasionally, hit always. So whenever I do go live, you'll be alerted in your phone or on your tablet or on your desktop computer. But with that being said, hoodmystic@gmail.com is the email. Make sure you check out the new moon article and the full moon video and the full moon article rather. Very pertinent, very valuable stuff. Based on research and things of that nature. I work very hard on, you know, creating this content and having these messages and things of that nature. It's not easy. So any support, any type of energy exchange that you get from this, if you find any value from these daily energy readings, it's as simple as sharing this content. It's as simple as commenting. Just simple stuff to just let us know that, you know, you here, you learning, you growing, things are changing in your life. So, you know, maybe a person who's looking on to this might see like, okay, you know, we could all begin to work together and really developing our spiritual lives and our spiritual state and really living in a form of divinity here and now, you know, right now, like being divine beings right now. And this is transfiguration. This is powerful. This is major. This is serious. And it may be just me and you that's dealing on this level. So we have to have this conversation. We have to have this correspondence because it's that serious. So any type of revelations, any types of dreams, anything like that, y'all know I'm all for it. Y'all know y'all can hit me up at any time. hoodmystic@gmail.com. Just peace and love and, you know, positive high vibrations. Y'all have a wonderful day.